The last train of the night always carried a certain weight, a heavy silence that pressed in on you. I was the only one to board at my station, the doors sighing shut behind me, sealing me in with the hum of the engine and the rhythmic clatter of the wheels on the track. My stop was only 3 away. I leaned my head against the cool glass, watching the city lights blur into streaks of gold and red, my eyelids growing heavy. I must have drifted off for a moment, because when my eyes snapped open, a jolt of panic shot through me. We were speeding past my station, the familiar platform a fleeting image in the darkness. I lurched to my feet, my heart hammering against my ribs. "Hey, this was my stop!" I shouted, but my voice was swallowed by the roar of the train. I looked around for a conductor, for anyone, but the car was almost empty. A few other passengers were scattered throughout the seats. An elderly man with a newspaper, a young woman with headphones, a businessman with his briefcase. Strange, I didn't remember seeing them get on. I tried to catch their eye, but they all stared straight ahead, their faces unnervingly still. I stumbled towards the front of the car, grabbing the back of a seat to steady myself as the train swayed violently. The windows, which should have shown the familiar suburbs, now revealed nothing but an endless black tunnel. We weren't just between stations anymore, we were somewhere else entirely. The air grew cold, and the low hum of the train deepened into a groan. The lights flickered, casting long, dancing shadows that seemed to writhe in the corners of my vision. A knot of dread tightened in my stomach. The other passengers hadn't moved a muscle. Their faces were pale, almost gray in the flickering light, their eyes wide and unblinking, fixed on some unseen point in the distance. A wave of nausea washed over me. I tried the doors, but they were sealed shut. I pounded on the glass, my reflection a distorted mask of terror. The tunnel outside the window wasn't just rock and dirt. Strange, twisted shapes seemed to writhe just at the edge of the light, things that didn't belong in the world I knew. The train showed no signs of slowing down. It just plunged deeper and deeper into the suffocating darkness. Then, a voice, raspy and distorted, crackled through the ancient intercom system. It was a sound like grinding stone and dry whispers, a voice that scraped at the inside of my skull. It said, "End of the line. Forever." If you enjoyed this horror story, subscribe now and join me for more terrifying tales. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.